The pictures that you're seeing on your screens are protests against the Kerala Chief Minister. Remember, the Kerala Chief Minister and the Power Minister have filed a petition in the High Court, and the Kerala Chief Minister has petitioned the High Court to quash the court order directing an FIR against him. We now have the left and the BJP protesting on the streets there. Those protests taking place against the Kerala Chief Minister. We've seen some dramatic pictures there. Police resorting to a lathi charge as well as tear gas being used. These pictures coming to you from Thiruvananthapuram. There you can see heavy police presence on the streets. Well, Sneha Merikoshi joining us for more on that. Sneha, give us the details. What's happening there? We can see a lot of protests taking place. BJP workers and left workers protesting against the Chief Minister.
Yes, in fact, right now protests are not over here. What we can see is the police is already chasing all the protesters. They are lathi charging. They are not allowing the protesters to come any close to the Secretariat. In fact, right now we can see the protesters are stone pelting the police officials here.
All right, Sneha, we're going to try and get you up in just a few minutes, but just to recap for you what's really going on there on the streets of Thiruvananthapuram. These are protests that are taking place against the Kerala Chief Minister. You can see heavy police presence there. Protesters are throwing, we do have Sneha back with us. Sneha, we can see protesters throwing things there at the police. Give us more details.
Right now, you still have tear gas shells which are being fired at the protesters. The protesters are not being allowed anywhere near the Secretariat. In fact, they were right near the Secretariat, and now they have been lathi charged and moved. If you can see, the police is now still moving towards the protesters, pushing them back. But these are some very unprecedented scenes in the sense of political ramifications. Kerala is gearing up for the assembly elections, and the state of Kerala is a very crucial state for the Congress. Chief Minister Oommen Chandy has been a very important face for the Congress government, especially because of his clean image, and with all these allegations coming up against the Chief Minister right at the time when these protests when these election campaigns are set to begin, is being seen as a big setback for the UDF government. But how would these allegations translate for the UDF and the LDF would depend upon what the Judicial Commission does say. But right now, the opposition making every possible, taking every possible opportunity to on its stride of making a statement against the UDF government. Let me quickly run you through what the allegations have been. Sarita Nair, one of the accused in the solar scam, in the last 2 days has made several more allegations against the Chief Minister, which have been far more serious than what we have known of before. In fact, Chief Minister, what she has alleged is that Chief Minister Oommen Chandy took 1.9 crore rupees as his close aide took 1.9 crore rupees as a bribe, and this was for the Chief Minister. She also mentioned that another minister from the UDF government took a bribe of 75 lakh rupees. Now, these are serious allegations. We are retreating at this point again because we can see the protesters move towards the police, which could get into another clash. But the BJP and the left here in the state making clear that they are going to only intensify their protests against the government as long as the Chief Minister does not resign. But the Chief Minister has filed a petition before the High Court seeking to quash the Vigilance Court's order yesterday. Now, the Vigilance Court had ordered the police to file a case against the Chief Minister. That is a petition against which the Chief Minister has petitioned before the High Court. The hearing is likely to come up later today in the afternoon, anytime after 1:45 and before 2:15. So these are crucial hours for the UDF. In a similar respite for the UDF, which came yesterday, was when the Excise Minister K. Babu got a relief. In fact, the High Court quashed a similar order by the Vigilance Court in Thrissur itself, where it had stated that there should be a police case against K. Babu filed in the bar bribery allegations, where it's alleged that he took bribery to renew bar licenses which never were renewed because of the new alcohol policy which was implemented. Now, when the High Court did quash that, saying the Vigilance Court's order to file a case against K. Babu came in a big haste, that is something which gave a lot of hope and reprieve to the UDF. We are being asked to move ahead. If I can ask my camera person Babu, if you can come behind a little bit right now at this point, because stone pelting has started. The opposition has made it extremely clear that they will not, they will only intensify their protests. We're just asking our camera persons to move behind at this point, but agitations intensifying, the UDF pinning its hope at what would be the order in High Court today, whether the Vigilance Court's order would be quashed. Major ramifications for the Congress in Kerala, where Mr. Chandi enjoyed great favor and a very clean image for in years as recent as a few months back, but now completely engulfed in allegations of corruption and bribery. Kerala is gearing up for the assembly elections around April. It's only yesterday again that fresh allegations came up that UDF leaders, KPCC leaders, including a very senior spokesperson, Mr. Tambanu Ravi, as well as MLA Benny Behanan, they actually called up Sarita Nair's mother in 2013 and said requested her not to release any information and that all the money that was taken from Sarita Nair would be returned back to her. She's also taken Chief Minister's name, saying that the Chief Minister too had made a call. How much of this is true at this point is very difficult to say, because the judicial inquiry is still going on.